They say everyone in the world is connected by 6 degrees of separation, but what if it's closer to 1.5? What if 1.5 degrees is all that stands between us, our global neighbours, and a climate emergency? Back in 2015, world leaders agreed to try and keep any increase in global temperature to 1.5 degrees Celsius. But we're way off track. Without urgent action, we'll reach a point of no return. Even now, the increase in temperature is having a devastating impact. Meet Jessie. She is one of the main providers for her family in Malawi. They rely heavily on the food she farms to eat, but climate change has turned growing crops from difficult to almost impossible. It's not just the heat. A changing climate brings severe weather and flooding, destroying Jessie's crops and her home. Millions of people living in poverty will struggle to survive, so together, with our world leaders, we have to do everything we can to stay under 1.5 degrees. Why is 1.5 so crucial? At 1.5, sea levels could rise by 48 centimeters. At 2, they rise to 56 centimeters. That might not sound like a lot, but it's enough to wipe away whole communities. At 1.5, the average drought in Malawi can last 4 months. At 2, it can last half a year. That might not sound like a lot, but it's enough to destroy farmers' crops. In the UK, half a degree might not seem much, but on the other side of the world, it's the difference between life and death. At 2 degrees, we'll have reached a climate catastrophe. We'll be burning down the house. Richer countries are the main cause of climate change, but it's people living in poverty who are hit the hardest. Even 1.5 isn't perfect, but at least it leaves room for hope. Hope for us, our global neighbours, and all of God's creation. But we must act now. We must take our God-given responsibility to help keep creation in balance. We cannot claim to love our planet or our global brothers and sisters if we just sit by while they suffer the consequences of our actions. Together, we must imagine a different way of life, where we don't rely on fossil fuels, where we think about what we buy and what we throw away, where we stand alongside people living in poverty. Join us as we raise our voices and let world leaders know we must change before our world does. We must limit any increase to global temperatures to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The time for action is now.